Welcome back to the podcast. Welcome back to our village, you guys. Today, I have a special guest with me. Do you want to introduce yourself or you want me to introduce you?
You can introduce me. Go ahead.
This is one of my very, very, very best friends, Rocio Mato.
That's crazy. First of
was
all,
I supposed to do the drum roll first and then the introduction? I think I got that backwards.
I don't know,
okay.
but the emphasis in the name Rocio, I'm here for it because a lot of people botch my name, especially living in Oklahoma for so long. They can't say my name right, and I'm like, it's really not that hard, but I love it, especially the roll on the R.
Rocio. I'll make sure I put like 3 R's in your contact now.
Yes.
You guys, welcome back. Welcome. I am going to get more on Rocio here in just a bit, but I actually wanted to low-key, high-key start this episode off as a deep apology. Okay, like a deep apology, guys, because I said when I started it that it was going to be a video every week, and I've been absent for a month and a half. For very good reasons. But I'm like a big person on like, if you say something, you follow through on it. And I have not followed through on my word, you guys. So for my loyal tuner inners, my loyal listeners, I sincerely apologize. Okay,
I will
guys?
say I have been waiting for you to drop episodes because you said you would drop every week and
then I went ghosting, right?
And then you ghosted. I'm like, what in the world?
And you know what's crazy is that being a content creator, they're like, you have to show up consistently. And if you don't, you lose trust with your followers. And I'm over here like, I don't want to lose trust with you guys. Right. I don't want to, but I will share more on that because there has been more deep thought around that. Other than the fact that I have been super busy, I have thought about it thoroughly and through and just where I'm at. And I'll share more on that. So you guys, sincere apologies, but I wanted to let y'all, and Rocio, I know this Rocio is actually one of my loyal listeners, so thank goodness for a friend who's supportive. Get your watch hours in, girl.
Yes. And I will say, whenever you're working like a 9 to 5, it does help the time go by whenever you have like your favorite podcast to tune into. You're like, oh yeah, like Laura's gonna drop once a week, so let me tune in. So,
and you know what's crazy?
But you've left us high and dry.
I left y'all because when I started this podcast, I did not have a 9 to 5. When I started this, I was literally like, you guys, I had been applying for jobs for over, I guess I'll just jump right into it then.
Yeah.
When I started this podcast, I was like out of a job for like a year and a half. I was trying to get real estate to work. I literally did not have like, well, I feel like I didn't have anything really going for me. And I was like, bro, I need to like put my energy, my time, my heart into something. And I was ready to like pour in and go hard on this podcast. But then like right when I literally launched this podcast, I got a call back for a barista job. And then I ended up devoting almost like, it was supposed to be like a part-time gig, but I ended up becoming almost like a full-time barista there. And because they were brand new, it was a grand opening. We got slammed. And you guys, like I would get up at the crack of butt. Sometimes I would work 12 hours and I would be dead by the end of these shifts. Like I literally feel like I haven't even updated y'all. This has been like 3 weeks, almost a month now since this happened. But like I got a job, and like when I first started this podcast, I was going to pour every part of me into this. But then I was like, I know it's, like my goal was always to try to get paid on content and this and that. Right. But I was like, bro, this is not going to bring me money for like years. And I'm like, I need something to pay me now.
When did you start that job?
I will be at that job, I think now for 3 months.
Okay, 3 months.
3 months is what I want to say when they opened. Maybe 3.5. Because I did like a soft launch and a grand opening. So that is my apologies, guys. But that we did get hit by like a local wave here in Tulsa. We got hit by a thunderstorm, being that it was a brand new opening. We had a food influencer come in. The city of Chambers came in, did a review on the restaurant. And after that, it was game over. The girls, all of my coworkers looked like zombies because we were worked like dogs, you guys. I would come in, make drinks, stare at coffee and matchas all day, and have no recollection of who was around me. Yeah. And like it was literally the story of my life for a few weeks. And so that on top of trying to create my registry, you guys, on top of trying to plan a baby shower.
On top of growing a human
on
being,
top of being
and getting
pregnant,
your rest and eating. Yeah, that
and
is
then
a lot.
being pregnant now, like I'm like, dude, I'm sleepy. Like my bandwidth is, if I wake up, I have to be very mindful because I got a couple of hours before I'm like, okay, guys, like I need to take a nap or I'm dying down, like dialing down. And so, yeah, guys, my apologies, but for good measures. And if you guys want to give me something on my registry, we still need diapers. You can listen, or you want to Venmo me or Cash at me for a meal train. Listen,
I love that.
Hey, listen, I ask and you shall receive. Listen,
Yes.
I feel like a part of me is like, no, I got this and that. But I'm like, it helps, you guys. Literally creating that registry and having people buy stuff like diapers and all these things that babies need, which I did not know, has really taken a lot of weight off my shoulders. I'm like, no wonder why they do baby showers. No wonder why they have registries. You guys, it really does help out.
Yeah, and diapers and wipes you can't go wrong on, just because of the fact that, I mean, you know, obviously wipes are universal size. I mean, you're gonna need, to wipe everything. I mean, from throw up to poop to everything.
To
you're gonna wipe
to baby food.
Yeah,
exactly. Like everything.
You're gonna wipe your hands off eventually. You're gonna wipe everything up. But diapers, I was even thinking when I was shopping for diapers, I said, you know, even if this is a size too big, you can still make it work. You can bend it and make it a little smaller if you need to, you know. I was just thinking, because in my mind, I'm like, it's better to get them too big than too small. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you get them too small, then you don't want the baby to be uncomfortable. But at least if you get them too big, you can bend them and tape them at the corners. I don't know. I'm just saying.
We're not about to deal with her,
I'm just like...
No, so in my registry, I legitimately... Like, if you scroll through, it was like I was trying to get his whole diaper career I was trying to put on that registry. And so that was one thing, you guys, if you know me, I'm like an overthinker, and I kind of like, I'm like, dang, why is it taking me a million years? I was like, what stroller do I want? Like, what diapers do I want? Really, I just needed something that's fragrance free. And I was literally getting stress and anxiety over what kind of diapers to get, because I would look at these Millie Moons, these luxury diapers, but the prices were crazy. And then like, they're expensive. I'm like, why would they're branded as luxury diapers? But then I'm like, I was looking at reviews on like Honest, and there's a lot of baby brands that says, you know, the material's great, but babies have blowouts in these. And so I was like, okay, let me just, so like Huggies and Pampers, I just went with those, because you guys know those are like the diapers of the ages.
Yeah, those are the popular
but then
brands.
I think they've refined it to where they now have the more like natural, where they're less chemical inundated, and where they're more like sensitive friendly. Because you guys, I have naturally already sensitive skin, and I'm like, I don't know if my son's gonna come out me where he's gonna be sensitive skin, but I want my baby to have no weenie booty rash. Like, there's so much chemicals. I'm like, why is there chemicals in diapers? Like, it just drives me a little wild.
It is crazy though how there's just so many things to think about. I mean, anything baby related, the fact that you're pregnant is just, we're all trying to wrap our minds around it. But then just going into the details of you being pregnant, like the diapers and the wipes and food and clothing, and I'm just like, and just the fact that there's like 17 baby brands when it comes to diapers, wipes, and I'm like, why am I having to compare and contrast, and whether it's gonna give my baby like a rash? Like, why do I have to think about all these things? You know?
They said that you shouldn't get just one brand, because they could like grow to where they start getting rashes from them, and so you should rotate diapers. Oh wow! They said you should rotate diapers, and you should rotate brands,
so they can be like resistant
to them. Yeah. Wow. So I'm just like, oh my god,
just too much.
Yeah, like I was literally getting overwhelmed just trying to make a registry. I was getting overwhelmed, and then I had to plan a baby shower. But you guys, by the grace of God, we are done. We have crossed that finish line.
Yes.
And yeah, I just felt like I had to give them an update. Like, I just felt like I owe y'all an update and a deep apology, and I'm sorry. But I was like, bro, I literally have been reevaluating my whole entire life.
Because I'm just going to rewind real quick. The last podcast that you filmed, was it to give everyone an update of what the gender was? Was that the last?
That gender reveal, I think, was the one before Benjamin. So we had revealed the gender, and then the last one. So you're my official second guest.
Okay,
on this podcast. Awesome. Yay, girl! I know we're gonna get more. We're gonna dive into Rocio. Okay, guys. Today's episode is not strictly, but we're gonna talk a lot about baby stuff, because y'all, I'm currently still pregnant. I am 37 weeks.
Oh wow, you're 37 weeks. Yes, because you have 3 weeks left.
Because I have 3 weeks left. You guys, this may or may not be my last episode before giving birth. May or may not. I'm gonna see if I have time, you guys, for one more episode. but these episodes take time to edit, and I'm trying to nest.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll give you guys a belly update real quick, and then we're gonna jump
I
over
love
to I like
it.
literally because you know what's so okay. I'll just show you guys the belly real quick,
Show,
and then
show the
then I'll
belly,
talk to you
because
guys.
This is insane.
Literally. Okay. Belly update, you guys. When I started this podcast,
That's freaking crazy. I can see it.
This podcast, can you see it? This is like the only documentary I got of this belly.
I love it.
You love it?
I love it. Yeah.
It's so unreal.
It's really unreal. I feel like I'm having an out of body experience right now because I don't think I ever imagined Laura actually being pregnant. And so it just had to happen. I'm sure she feels the same exact way,
No,
living through it. But me being the friend, I'm just like, oh my God, like she's actually pregnant and her belly's actually growing and she's actually having a baby. Like this is
literally
insane.
And for me, it is I feel the exact same. I feel like it's an out of body experience because it's so supernatural. Yeah. And it's only something that God can do. It's like, yes, this is my baby, my husband's baby, but this is something only God can give. Yeah. And I think that's what makes it all crazy is the fact that only God can give life. And all we are really is vessels.
You're a host.
You're a vessel. So it's like at the end of the day, and my husband, he's really big on predestination or predestined. So he's like, God knew we would be together. God knew this child was going to be in this future. God knew this was a time he was going to come. Like everything about this child, God knows. Yeah. And so I'm just like, I'm just carrying it out. Like I'm just carrying out this baby.
Obviously, God knows everything that's going to happen
in life.
It's going to come. But I think us living through this human experience for the first time, everything is just shocking. So I'm just like, the fact that women, I've always said this, the fact that women can grow a child and like give birth and just, it's just incredible to me. Like, I don't know, something about that is just like, wow, like to me, I kind of see that God is, I think that's the only like little bit of evidence for me that I needed to know that God like is real and does exist. The fact that women can reproduce and like carry a child and give birth to it from this very small tiny hole, and it's like, and then you still keep going forward, like that's just I don't know, to me it just blows my mind every time. It's just crazy to me.
Yeah, that's so funny because okay, so I guess if we want to, so I haven't documented much of this pregnancy. I'm like, this baby bump is probably the only way on my podcast is the way I've been keeping track of its growth. I'm just like, it's crazy. I haven't been vlogging, guys. I've been honestly just busting my chops trying to work and save up for maternity leave. Yeah. But so we'll backtrack on Rocio. So we have been friends since high school.
We have been friends since high school. I will say that we went to the same middle school together. Yeah. But we did not become friends until high school.
Until like sophomore year.
Yes. And that is because
we started running together.
Yes. And I will say I was the runner. Let's just be frank about that. I'm the runner, but Laura was a soccer player, and her coach, they would make them basically like cross train
so we could build stamina for our soccer team.
Yes. So cross country was always a fall sport and soccer was a spring sport. So during the fall, the soccer girls would always come and do their cross training, but the reality is that some of the soccer girls were really good at running too. So
then that's how I got into cross country. Yeah, it was almost like it was an obligation. Yes, and I ended up really liking it because I was kind of naturally good at it because you have to have a stamina. Yes, and you actually have to enjoy it. I mean, for most of that, I'm sure running is obviously you love it or you hate it. Like it could be very mentally taxing.
Yes, and I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that you just have to keep going, especially cross country. I mean, we would run for miles and miles and miles.
Girl, I remember when I would get I would run, we would have those 1 hour runs, guys, and I'm not gonna lie, I think I started to have narcolepsy.
What does that even mean?
Girl, does that sound crazy?
Yes.
When I used to pass out. Like I would literally be there having a whole conversation with my ex-boyfriend and pass out.
Like while you're running?
While I'm talking.
That doesn't even make any sense to me.
I used to, I literally think.
Like you would just check out or
I would literally check out and fall asleep. Yeah. But I thought I had narcolepsy, but I don't think it was like medical grade. I think it was genuinely because those runs would take all the nutrients out of my body. Yeah. Looking back, I was like itty bitty, y'all. I was like 100 pounds. But I would run for hours. My diet probably wasn't the best, but I would literally just, out. Like I would be
Yeah.
out, lights out. But just I don't know. I thought I was sick during that season, but I kept going.
I'm done.
I'm not gonna lie. She said, "What is narcolepsy?"
Yeah, I'm like, what does that even mean? Well, anyways, I was gonna say we did run a lot, and we had to run every day. Literally, it's crazy to think that cross country is a sport that we obviously race. It's long distance running, but in order to train to run, we just ran.
So the sport,
for hours
the
and
practice
hours.
is the sport.
Yeah, the practice is
You
a
do
sport.
play. You build your practice is building your stamina.
Right. The practice is bringing. I mean, we have short runs, long runs. We do uphill, downhill. We'll have sprints, but then it's like race day, and it's like, oh, we
trained for
running
this
again. Yeah.
No, what's crazy? Yeah, I was like, bro, I literally trained for this. Like you had to
this one day.
Yeah, you train to run, but you've already been doing it. You just kind of pacing yourself. Yeah.
Obviously, you want to go. You want to be the first one, so you're gonna go as fast as possible. But you have to pace yourself. And I will say, with cross country, I think we were talking about this early. It really taught me a lot because it teaches you discipline. It teaches you grit because you're like, I don't have anything left in me, but I only have 200 meters left, so I have to like give it my all. Like this is it. Like I'm about to be done.
It's like mental strength that's applicable in real life.
Yeah, and that's the thing about
mental stamina.
Now that we're adults, I realize, wow, sports really taught us a lot. Like when life gets hard and you feel like there's not a way out, but it's like, wait, it kind of translate because it's like you can push through anything. That's really what it taught me. And then you have supporters, you have your coaches pushing you, and it's like that kind of relates to like your friends in real life or your parents, where it's like there's still going to be people on your team like looking out for you, being like, hey, I know this is hard, but you can still like push through and go past this and keep going. Like, and I feel like as a child, like as a high schooler, you don't realize, you're just like, oh, I'm just running, blah blah blah. But now that we're adults, we're just like, yo, I can do this. Like if I ran during 30-degree weather, because we would run during 30-degree weather with sweaters on, with gloves, with a jacket, and we would also run with like 100-degree weather. So it's like those are two big extremes. But imagine we ran through all climates, all weather, like we still did it. And so now we're adults and we're going through hard things in life and this and that, and I'm like, we're still getting through it every single day. You just have to keep going.
It's just so different, right?
It's different,
but it's very, you're talking about, it's very practical. If you really, very practical, yeah. If you apply that kind of mental like force in real life, that it could take you far. And I've always loved that. I love sportsmanship. I love sports. Hopefully the baby's like gonna be an athlete. But I do plan. I love the team bonding. I love the discipline you get. I love the physical training you get, because I'm like, we gonna raise an athlete.
Right. Period.
I'm like, you gonna be, unless you a musician. Well, you could be both, but I do want to tell you to play basketball or soccer or something, whatever you like.
Your baby, future baby Rocio, he's gonna take us out the hood. Okay, he's gonna.
We started him young. Yeah, is he the meal ticket, girl? He's the golden ticket.
Listen, y'all might need a water girl. I'm there.
You're there.
Like anything, a pep talk, support. You need me to wipe your sweat or whatever. We're gonna raise a future soccer athlete. Like he's going. What is the biggest?
We're talking about basketball or soccer.
Soccer.
Soccer is probably Ronaldo.
The highest, like, what is it called? Is MLS?
Just I think the pro league.
The pro league. Okay, well, whatever the pro league's called. I'm not a soccer
just
guru,
a pro player.
Yeah, we gonna get him there.
He's either gonna be a pro soccer player or a NBA player.
NBA player.
Yes, he's literally kicking me right now. He's like, y'all don't even know.
I guess if it was up to Ben, he'd be
a basketball
player.
But so my husband really likes basketball, and then I really like soccer. But it's funny because Ben now likes soccer a lot.
See,
and Ben really likes soccer a lot. So that's just so ironic, because I'd be scared of that. Baby, you got them butter feet.
I'm dead.
And let me not say that on camera, because then he gonna cut me later.
No, I love it. I mean, I don't know. Whatever the baby wants to do, obviously.
Honestly, that was the part. Because I know some babies, like, even though the parents are athletic and all that stuff, some people don't care about that. It's so funny how you're so different from your parents. Because my mom, I mean, she obviously was raised in survival, but Ben's mom, like, she like played all the sports. She was a swimmer. She was a basketball player. She was a soccer player. So this would be
she was an all around.
She was an athlete. She
everything.
Was in the newspaper. Has it been 20 minutes? Have we been yapping for 20 minutes already? That's like crazy. So yeah, I know babies come out with their own personalities, and I think that's what's kind of crazy, because I'm like, what if they're like this or that? And you just really don't know. You know, I don't want to say anything, like, because I feel like at the end of the day, like, this is God's plan. Obviously, like there's so much that is like out of our control when it comes to all that stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, just trusting God for like at least a healthy baby. You know what I
He
mean?
can
Like,
be an astronaut. He can be like a mathlete. Like, we just don't even
We
know.
don't know.
He can be a music, but what if he can sing and he goes to like American Idol or something? That would be insane. That'd be
girl,
awesome.
we're literally living in a day and age where people are becoming their own
Crazy.
superstars without third parties.
Yeah. Or
So
he can be a
I'm-
country artist because he's born in Oklahoma. That
Girl,
would be insane.
I am born in Oklahoma.
Well, yes, but I'm saying like he's going to be half Vietnamese, half Puerto Rican country artist. That would be
hilarious.
awesome.
No,
That would be so cool because you got to think how unique it is. Like he would be bringing in something, his own swag, his own thing.
I'm like,
That'd be awesome.
You know what? Dad is the rapper too.
That'd be cool.
I got ragged on. They always ragged on my singing, so I
Yeah,
don't know
he
unless
can-
that gene missed me.
He can be a country rap. Who knows?
Who knows, y'all?
cool.
Like both my husband and I are very like kind of artistically inclined, and we also love sports. So we
Yes.
love sports and creativity. That would definitely be up our alley.
Right. Yeah.
But
Or he could be a runner because that's what we were talking about originally is cross country.
he's a runner. He's a track star.
Yes. Well, I'm going
Well,
to have to go
guys-
in and train him for that. So
That's funny, Rocio.
sure.
Hey, girl, why did I just think about that? Remember when I did beat you in a race once. You remember that?
I do not remember. I don't recall that.
The
at
speed
all.
walking race.
Oh, the speed walking. Oh my God. I had completely I don't even know why we were out there doing
we were
that.
at Jesse's house on like Thanksgiving.
yeah.
And we decided to speed walk, so I beat you in a race. Girl, I'm not going to let you live that one down.
You know what? That is kind of impressive because speed walking is
that.
like,
Why am
pretty
I literally
impressive.
spat just now from how loud I just laughed? Because that mug was so funny.
No, that's
We were just at our friend's
crazy,
house having, I
yeah.
think, a Thanksgiving dinner, and we're like, "Oh, I raced you." I'm like, I got
Right.
you beat on a speed walk. Y'all don't even know that's all about your hip mobility. Hip mobility.
I'm shook.
I'm talking about you. Got
At first, when she said it's winning, I'm like, when has Laura
when
ever
has
been faster
been
than
a-
me? First of all, just to let you guys know, I'm still fast to this day.
Are
Like,
you? Have you tested this? Girl?
Yeah, because like,
Do you sprint?
don't-
When was the last time you
okay,
sprinted?
listen. So the last time I probably did sprinting, like just to work out and practice, probably like 5 years ago. But the thing is that I was playing softball. I played softball
Oh,
the
yeah.
last 3 years, and you have to sprint through first. You have to be fast or whatever to get to the bases. So I mean, just to make it a fair shot, you know. So I'm pretty fast. I'm like, if they ever need somebody to run for them, I'm usually the person that they call.
Really?
So
Because
yeah.
I know a lot of people be pulling stuff at our age.
Yeah, I thank God that hasn't been me.
Yeah,
I
literally,
haven't.
y'all. They say that. I think. I don't know what percent. My brother brought this up one time. He says
Mm-hmm.
after you're 30 years old, you'll never sprint again in your life.
What?
I've heard this.
Not
that
not
After,
Olympians.
yeah,
though.
no, like people, like you're talking about a general population.
Or a regular
General
person.
population that after 30 years old, the odds of you ever
Yeah.
attempting to sprint again in your life,
Okay. Yeah.
like almost plummets to like 2% or something like
I
that.
can
Which
see
is
that.
literally, you guys, I saw myself full blown running one day and I was like, dang, this is not what I was in high school.
You was
I
going
was
in slow motion?
Slow motion. I saw myself. I said, oh, baby, we this needs some milk. We gonna work on it. We gonna work on it, guys, because I'm not gonna sit here and lie.
That's tough.
Like, I thought I was gonna be like I mean, thank God I've had a really good pregnancy,
Yeah.
but I thought I was gonna be a lot more like, I think, youthful, if that's the right way to put it. A lot more like energetic, a lot more. But I'm like, this pregnancy, I actually feel like I'd be sleepy, but I know it takes a lot of blood and you're transferring a lot of energy. But I thought, because I see them fit moms, I see them pregnant women that be lifting, and I'm like, I honestly thought I was gonna be able to like.
But I will say, you have to have that type of lifestyle prior to you giving
Getting
birth.
pregnant.
Yes,
They do say that.
I do see women that what is that called? They do like they do the hiking up the bar and stuff.
Oh, CrossFit.
They do like a lot of CrossFit and stuff, and then they get pregnant and they're still doing that during the pregnancy, but they already had that lifestyle set up prior to. So if you weren't actively just,
You can't just do it because you could drain yourself essentially.
Right.
That's why they're like, if you haven't been jogging throughout your pregnancy, don't just
Don't
start trying to jog in your third trimester. Which I'm like, that's so crazy.
Which I remember whenever I think I was telling you, whenever you finally announced that you were pregnant, I was like, Laura, I just saw a lady complete a 15K because I was participating in the Tulsa Run, you guys. I was handing out medals. I was volunteering. and I saw a lady that was pregnant. Her belly was showing, so she had to have been like 4 months long. First of all, not only was she pregnant, running a 15K, she was pushing a stroller. Like, you know what? I'm out here passing medals. I don't even envision myself ever running a 15K, maybe one day, but no.
But not being pregnant and while having a kid.
And it was raining that day. So she had her, like, the stroller was covered with like plastic because she was protecting her baby, and she was running. You know how slippery, like, you were risking it all, baby girl, just to run 9 miles. That's what a 15K is. That is insane. 9 miles.
That's a lot, y'all.
That is a lot. Like, being
how much
pregnant,
is because a 5K is 3 miles?
It's 3.1 miles. Yeah.
Girl, and I was gassed after that 5K, y'all.
Yeah.
You know what's so funny is that I did a 5K. Was it last summer? Was that
I think you did it last summer.
Last summer with 3 girls who are all also pregnant now.
See, that's why I was not one of those.
We all
girls.
ran that 5K, and now we're all pregnant, about to run this motherhood race.
There had to have been something in the
water
in the 5K.
It could have been in the what is it that you were getting, medals?
Oh, in the medals, something.
It could have been in the neck juice. I don't know.
That's crazy. I was not part of that race.
You weren't. You didn't.
Well,
were you?
Look
did
at
you
God.
just choose not to?
No, I think I was on vacation.
On that week?
Yeah, I think it was
in May. That is so hilarious, bro. Because so all of our husbands play softball together, and then that's pretty much how we met. And now we all did that 5K together, and now we're all pregnant together. And I think the timing is just kind of crazy.
Yeah,
it's just crazy. I don't know.
It is.
I just
crazy.
think I find it really weird and ironic and all the things. But I'm just like, God, is this providence? Is this you and you're doing? And I don't know. The timing is just crazy.
They say things happen in threes, so maybe that's...
Is that a thing? Things happen in threes?
That's what
I
they
have
say.
heard that before.
So I could not have been able to be a part of that, because then I would have been the fourth, and I would have been out.
In 4?
No, they don't happen in 4.
Rocio's like, y'all let me know how it goes.
Yeah,
let me know how it goes.
I'm looking from a distance, and I'm like, yeah, I'm cheering everybody on, buying everybody things for their, maternity, and I'm like, I love this. I like that I'm the auntie Ro, Titi Ro from the sideline. Mm-hmm.
Titi Ro, y'all. Rocio's a real one, y'all. Honestly, I'm like, Rocio is a real one, and I was literally thinking about. I was like, you know what? Rocio has been one of the realest friends. We've seen each other, and actually, I was like, I feel like we're talking a lot about pregnancy, and I was like, thinking, I was like, I have so much yap I needed to do today, and I was debating. I'm like, should I bring her on next week? Because I feel like I don't want to yap over her. I'm like, you're not gonna yap over your guest. And then I was just like, then we have like our childhood, and then we have to talk about pregnancy, because Rocio and I, we just have so much history. Yeah. And so I was like, I don't know that I'll be able to cram it all into one episode. And I was thinking about, and that is one of my biggest things, is like, when I share or bring someone on, I'm like, give us the rundown of your life in 40 minutes, okay? Literally. I'm literally like, what do I want to talk about with Ro today? But Rocio and I have seen each other through so many seasons. Oh my God. Since we were 16? Were we 16 as sophomores? Yeah. And now I'm 32. Oh my God. Double the age. 16 plus 16 is 32.
Oh yeah, that is dang. That is insane.
That is insane.
So basically
16 years ago. So we have 16 years of history.
So that means like this year going forward, we would have known each other longer than we would have not. Yes.
Oh,
isn't that crazy?
Gosh.
It's insane. The math is just...
It's crazy because like I felt like we had our high school reunion yesterday, our 10 years. I'm like, how did we have a 10-year reunion 6 years ago? That's crazy, bro.
I still feel like I'm 25. So whenever people say something about being 30, I'm like, who's 30? And I'm looking around the room.
Rocio is, our age gap, what is it, 6 months?
6 months, yeah.
And she has always made fun of me for it. She's always like, dang, you're almost 30. You're almost 30. Mind you, she started saying this when I was like 24. And I was like,
dang, that long ago?
Literally, you started calling me viejita a long time.
These are allegations. We have no proof of that.
Oh my God. So Rocio and I have literally seen each other through our entire, almost like, late teens, all of our 20s, now into our early 30s. So Rose, I feel like it's a blessing to have a friend that has walked with you through so many seasons. And I can't say I have that many friends. I probably have a couple of friends. I mean, actually I lied. I have a handful of friends, but I feel like her and I, we have been through some thorough moments together. Like we've seen each other through relationships, through singleness, through everything, like through it all, through jobs, careers, friendship, transitions, like I don't know. We walked with each other through a lot of seasons.
I've seen you get married. or I saw you get engaged. I saw you get a relationship, then engaged, then
She
married.
did. Yeah, she knew. She
Yeah.
was like with me when I had my first boyfriend.
Yes.
When we had I don't know if he was your first boyfriend, but he was like your first official.
Our first like high school sweetheart.
person.
Yeah.
It was just crazy. But I'd be thinking, I'm like, dang, and now I'm just like, dang, we're grown.
And I guess we have been through a lot, because then I'm also thinking, I saw you go through your first heartbreak and be broke, like single for about 5 years.
I used to third wheel with you.
She did, and it's
I
weird.
third wheeled with you for like 5 years, Rocio.
Okay, listen, I think about this all the time. It's so weird because you were in a relationship, and then I got in a relationship, and then you were single. I stayed in my relationship for about like 5 years. And then once Laura started seeing somebody, then I became single. It's just the weirdest transition, because it was like you were third wheeling and then I became the third wheel, because in that transition, what happened was that then I was single for 5 years.
Were
and
you
then
single for 5 years?
I was single for like 5 years, and then you were married.
And then I was married.
You were just married, and it's just like, well, like this.
I remember, because they used to always be like, Laura, you
happens.
need to get you a man. You need to get you a man. You need to get you a man. I used to always be, and honestly, it didn't bother me to third wheel with y'all. I felt so comfortable to that extent.
Yeah.
That I was like, I'm just gonna go hang with some friends.
Mm-hmm. I think you did enjoy your early 20s. You enjoyed your life. You were trying to be like a bodybuilder, and you got real big and yoked, and we're all like,
oh my god, you guys,
well, if this is what she wants to do.
Don't let me forget to insert photos of us as runners.
Yeah,
girl, we was skinny as twigs.
We were really skinny, like
hella skinny.
You know what's crazy is to think that we were actually underweight, because like according to like BMI standards, we were actually underweight, but technically we were healthy. It's just that we ran so much that everything just burned off
like
of
literally
us.
skin and bones.
Yeah, we even ran on Saturdays. Like, remember we used to have our Saturday runs?
Barely.
Yes, we would have to run Saturday mornings. We would run Monday through Friday, this regular work school week, and we would have to run Saturday mornings as well. So we were just always just running. Always.
And you guys, running will deplete you of every calorie in your body.
Yes.
It's just a lot of exercise.
Yeah, it is. And then I was
like, that's crazy.
And then I was going to say, then in the spring you did soccer, and then I did track.
Which I love soccer.
And
I feel like my senior year was like one of my favorite years in life.
Did you feel like you were good at soccer though?
I feel like I was, decent. I'm not going to sit here and say I was great at soccer, but I will say, for someone who learned at 15 and joined a team and did a walk-on in college. Listen, I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but I didn't realize
that you joined soccer that late.
I learned to play the same year I joined the team.
Oh, wow. I did not know that.
I mean, granted, guys, our school was mid.
It was small.
It needed people who could literally run and listen. But I mean, first, I feel like I learned rather quickly, and the fact that I did get to walk onto a soccer college team, that was pretty decent. The team was good, and I started off, y'all. I think I started out off as either a junior. I think I might have even been a bench warmer. By the end of the season, I was a starter. So, listen, pat on the back.
Yeah, no, that's not bad.
Sit down, be humble, but like,
I didn't know
that's
that.
not bad. I was like, that's not bad. Okay,
no, it's not bad, because I started my running. Like, I had ran in elementary and in middle school as well, but not
like track,
not like track or cross country competitive until my sophomore year. Really? So we basically started our debut I feel athletic career at the same time.
Say running definitely
it's crazy.
Is different in the sense that I feel like that has to be more. It has to come natural to you. Like in a way, it has to be, so much of it is natural and so much of it is trained. Whereas I feel like soccer is definitely like, there's a lot of body contact. It's a little bit more technical. Yeah, it is way more technical. Running is just like something that some people, they're gifted, bro. They're born Usain Bolts. Like,
you can just go.
Yeah, like I feel like some people are just more naturally athletically inclined.
Yeah, but I was gonna say, back to us meeting, because I was thinking about like all the transitions that I've seen Laura in and to now. I remember going to your house or dropping you off at your house, because you were raised in like, I guess
some more low income apartments.
Okay, listen, I would drop her off. Mind you, you were born and raised there basically your whole life. I would drop this girl off at her front door. She would sprint. She would sprint to her front door. And I'm just like, looking around like, this is so unnecessary. Everybody here knows you. Actually, you probably know everybody because you're the first person that was here. So everybody that's came here knew. It's like, why is this girl sprinting her? Ain't nobody trying to kidnap you.
Girl,
she was so petrified of being kidnapped. I'm like, what would be the benefit of kidnapping you? You're low income just like your neighbor. What would they get out of you? Nothing. You don't have anything to give.
Listen, the thing about those apartments is they were always on the news, okay? And there was like growing up, I would watch those like crime shows. So I would go home and I would check my shower curtains and all that and paranoia.
Oh wow.
So like I was extra paranoid on top. But then like there was an incident when I was younger. I remember I was barely stepping out of my house. And I just remember I could feel the presence of this van in my peripherals.
Oh, dang.
Yeah. I'm like, did I never tell you the story?
No.
Okay. Well, I remember, I want to say I was maybe 12 or 13 years old at the time.
Okay. So middle school.
And I had just stepped out of my house. But I felt this van following me like beat for beat. Like I was like, if I don't make a decision to turn around, this person's going to snatch me into their van. Like I could see them clearly from my peripherals. And we're going like this at the same pace I'm walking is the same pace they're driving. I'm like, this car, they're literally like, I knew everything, all the hairs on my body was standing up at this point. I'm just like, this is not the day I'm gonna get kidnapped. Like I literally, in my intuition, my spirit knew that this was a kidnapper in this car.
Oh my god!
And yeah, so like when I tell you, I just was like, I was trying to play it cool, and I was a young little teenager, but I was like, I know this is a kidnapper. Like my young senses knew, so I turned around and I sprint back home. I'm literally trying to walk across this parking lot to get to my friend's house, but I literally turn around, I sprint back home, and I lock the door, and I'm telling my cousin, if anyone like tries to come. Just know they were following me. They've been trailing me. And I'm talking about I barely stepped out of my house for a couple minutes.
Did anybody ever get kidnapped in that?
Not in this apartment, but there was, not that I'm aware of, but they were on the news for like shootings and there was like rapists spot in the apartments.
Yeah, like gang violence and fighting.
I was
domestic
like,
disputes.
Yeah, stuff that I'm just like, bro, people don't understand. Like, I don't know. I was exposed to things that are not normal, which I'm like, oh, because I mean, you guys, it's better now. Those apartments are a lot more cleaned up. They took down gates. People aren't allowed to have gates over there. Like you could see their patio windows.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Like they took down the gates because I think people were like abusing dogs and stuff. But I don't know. That could just be my assumption.
Yeah.
But y'all, I've been exposed to some things that I'm like, it really changes you when you're exposed to like. And I hear gunshots were normal. Like I would literally lay in my bed and be like, God, please don't let no bullets go in my window. I literally had neighbors that like. I think they just had domestic violence, and I would hear the kids cry almost every night, and the husband or the boyfriend, whatever they were, partners, they would yell at each other every night.
Yeah, that is
I just don't know. I feel like maybe I was raised in a very much more urban upbringing than people might. I don't know. Like, I feel like you can't tell that looking at me, but you guys, like, obviously I'm Vietnamese, I'm Asian. I was raised around a lot of colored people, a lot of minorities, and like, even maybe the way I talk might sound different. I'm like, yes, I'm okie, this and that, but it's like, I feel so different than the people around me oftentimes because of my upbringing. Like,
yeah, you have a little bit of an edge to you.
Yeah, I'm like, I feel so
maybe
different.
It's PTSD too.
I might have a little PTSD. I'm very like, vigilant.
You were very like, you were more playing offense or defense or whatever because you didn't want something bad to happen to you. So you were like, let me just sprint to my front door because as long as I sprint to my front door, I'm not going to get kidnapped. You can't get snatched up if you're already behind your door, you know?
There was
that makes sense.
I mean, obviously, watching those shows didn't help. Being experienced to that didn't help. But I was very vigilant and paranoid growing up, for sure. Yeah. Still till this day, I'm like, God, like I wish the whole world was good and rainbows and sunshines, but you do have to be vigilant. They're out here just kidnapping people. Like, people literally do that, and I just can't believe this is the world we live in. Obviously, I try to give everybody the benefit of the doubt, but I'm always going to say watch your back. Yeah. I'm always going to say protect yourself.
It is crazy to think of that how much our world has shifted from the time we were kids, because I remember playing outside. I would get on my bike. I would literally like bike for like 2 or 3 miles, like way out of the neighborhood that I used to live in, and come back and I would be completely fine. But you don't see that these days. Like, kids are,
parents have to be so vigilant over their kids.
They have to, exactly.
I literally, it's like, I don't know why we're on this topic, but I'm like, that's just crazy, because I literally saw a video on Facebook. This lady's I think it's like a lady walking out with her like maybe 2-year-old son, this man comes out of nowhere and he tries to grab the kid.
I think I saw that.
And then like
yeah.
a lot of people tackled him. I'm like,
Yeah.
bro, this happened in broad daylight.
Yeah.
At a grocery
So,
store.
mhm.
I'm like, is
I
this
did
the
see
world we
that.
live in? Like, you literally
Yeah.
have to be so that vigilant, bro. Like, it's crazy. And yeah.
It's boldness too. Like, I don't know, but
yeah.
but yeah, I was just thinking about.
I know. I'm like, I took you down a rabbit hole, girl.
Yeah,
but this is what happens when you podcast. You open a can of worms.
We went left and right, but I was mostly just thinking about so many different chapters that we've been through in our lifetime. Like, I've seen you go to high school, we graduated together, and then you went off to college. I went off to college,
which both of us had a pretty
rough
college experience.
Yeah,
you came home early.
I came home within 2 months. Literally
2 months. I only stayed for 3 months.
Okay, listen, y'all. I literally remember I did not write a paper, right? And then I went to class, and the instructor was like, "Oh, I'll give you time to write the paper here in class." And in my mind, I'm just like, "Bro, if I didn't write it, it's because I didn't want to complete it." So I don't know why that I'm a really sensitive person. So him putting me on spot like that made me feel some type of way. So I literally got up and left, and I just quit that day. I literally quit. I was like, I'm not doing this. Like, I was just in my feelings. I called my mom. I'm like, hey, mom, I think I'm going to drop out. I'm going to come. She's like, come home, honey. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Home.
Your parents was really encouraging.
Oh, yeah. They were super supportive.
Because I remember you were really sad because it was very like,
that
was like
lonely.
your first time away from home. It was lonely.
It was lonely.
You just lived on dorm and you didn't really make friends like that.
I didn't really make friends. First of all, I went from going to like a very diverse high school, and then I went to OSU Stillwater, and it was not diverse at all. Like, it was very like Aggie school, and I kind of felt like I didn't fit in, and I didn't have any friends. Like, no one from East Central went to Stillwater, so I was just kind of lonely, and I was just going to class, working, and then that incident happened. I was like, I was just done. And I had an incident where I literally fell down a staircase. That's another thing that happened to me, that I was just like, I literally was going down these staircases, and I guess I misstepped, and I literally tumbled like a whole flight of stairs.
A whole flight?
A whole flight. And I had my backpack on me, like books, heavy books, laptop, everything. I tumbled like literally like a tumbleweed. And the crazy thing about it was like, that was like, I don't know, to me, like, thinking back on it now, I'm like, that was like the beginning of the end, because I remember laying at the bottom of the staircase, bro, and I was crying and laughing at the same time. I was crying because it hurt, but then I was laughing because I'm like, I look ridiculous. I literally ended up like upside down like this, and one of my classmates were like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, obviously I'm not okay. Like, I just tumbled down a whole flight of stairs, like a real life novella. Like, it was crazy. But I think I was there maybe like 2 or 3 weeks
at
more.
That point. Oh,
and
2
that's
or 3
when
weeks more.
And then that's when I was like, you know what? I don't think this is going well for me.
And that, I think that was what it was, because you would say you had a really great senior experience.
I love my senior year. Love senior year.
And I think when we both, and I don't know if this is common, because I know a lot of people find like their lifelong friends in college, and for them, college is where they really bloom. Allegedly. Okay, but like, I feel like I really bloomed my senior year. Like, I just felt like I was at like my pinnacle. Like, I had all these friends, and we would hang out every day. Like, we would go to soccer practice, then we would go eat Mexican food, eat tortas, and then it was just like chilling, bro. I genuinely feel like my senior year was like golden. Like, I feel like it couldn't be replicated. Like, I feel like it was just at a point in your life where you're not worried about life. You're not worried about paying bills. You just want to like play sports and have fun with your friends.
Yeah, we were
and like chilling like every day, not a care in the world. This was before like obviously trying to be successful and all that. And I think that's what it was. Like, I genuinely feel like, and then once college hit, it was just like, this is real life. This is the real world. Yeah. Like, I went from like fairy tale land, almost like having fun every day with all my friends, to being like, dang, I just work and come home and I barely socialize.
I don't think that people realize how hard the transition is, because I don't know for you, Laura, but I know by the time I was a senior, we only had to take English 4. All the rest of your high school classes were already done for.
Really?
Yes. By the time we're seniors, we only have English 4 left, so the rest of your schedule is basically like freed up. Like, you can do like electives, but by the time you're a senior, you're basically done with high school. You're just kind of like waiting around for graduation, doing like senior activities, things like that. But all I was gonna say is that the transition is so hard, because you go from basically doing nothing to just getting thrown to doing 5-6 classes as a
college,
yeah, or if you go full time, I guess it's
a job.
5 classes, but they're long classes. It's studious, it's long work, homework. I mean, you got these big old textbooks and there's no help. Like, those teachers do not give a dang because they're just getting paid and they can go home, but they don't have to help you with anything. Like, if you ask questions, that's on you, but if you don't, they're still getting paid. And I don't think people realize how hard of a transition that is. Like, being a high schooler, you're a minor, so your teachers are still kind of looking out for you and kind of teaching you, like, hey, there's risk in life and this and that and tips and tricks. And, you know, some teachers will really bend over backwards and help you through things. But once you're in college,
you're on your own.
You're on your own. Like, you're having to figure everything out on your own.
I think
it's really hard.
Yeah, I think after like high school, life really hit me pretty hard.
Mm-hmm.
Like, after that, I was like, once I started going to school and I was working, I was like, I can't do this. I was like, I can't do this.
I don't want to do this no
Yeah,
more.
literally. And I'm like,
Yeah.
it's crazy because then it jumps. I guess that would be the launch of I think at 19 years old. Like, I always reference 19 because I was like right after high school.
Yeah.
I went to college and did all the things, but then I think at that age was when reality really hit me pretty hard.
Yeah.
Bob, mama. Sorry, guys. My dog is getting me.
She loves you.
Do I want to? No, I don't even want to risk because she might pee on the chair.
Yeah, no.
And is it 3? It's probably coming close to. I'm not going to use trigger words. She knows it's her body clock. This is when she grubs. I'll feed her here in 2 seconds.
Gotcha.
Okay, we'll finish off this like in the last 5 minutes, and then I'll probably do a little more segment, and then we'll close it. But
okay.
What were you saying, girl?
But nothing.
To
I was just thinking about the transition from high school to
college to reality, because some people take that gap year.
Yeah, they do take a gap
and depending
year.
on how your high school experience, some people, I'm sure that's probably like, I'm so glad this is over with.
Right.
But I think because we had such a chill high school, we had such chill teachers, and we really all got along really well, that we had such a great experience.
Yeah.
Before like that, like isolation hit.
Yes.
And loneliness hit.
You just get thrown into like adulthood, and it's like you're trying to navigate, you know, whether you're single or in a relationship or going to college, you're trying to figure out what you want to do long term with your life. It's just so much pressure and change. And I don't know. It's hard. Those early 20s is hard. And now look at us now. We're 30.
And now we're mellowed out.
So.
I feel like they said, you know how it's so funny? I've heard, I think it was like even Adrienne Balone and all them other people that we would watch on TV. They said, oh, my 30s are so much better than my 20s. And I think because your 20s, there's this pressure to like have it all figure it out. And like you're trying to figure out who your spouse is. You're trying to figure out your career. You're trying to like get the bag. You're trying to still enjoy your life and go on these trips while you're young. Like there's just so much going on in your 20s, and your brain is still actually physically developing until the time you're 25.
Yeah, I forget about that too.
Yeah, like your frontal lobe is not fully developed. And I will say right now for sure, I would say these last 2 years even, like I feel like I was just anxious all the time. It wasn't until like I think I got pregnant that I feel like I have no choice but to just trust God.
What was making you anxious though?
My life, honestly.
Is everything? Is it because
just like I couldn't find work?
Yeah.
My real estate, I got licensed, but then it was like nothing's giving. Then that first transaction was crazy, and I was really strong-willed, and I just put a lot of pressure on myself. Like I feel like I've always tied my identity into my achievements.
Yeah, and I was
think
gonna
that's
say
where I've really struggled, because if I wasn't like achieving something, or I just felt like I was letting myself down and then letting my peers down, I guess.
So all of this anxiety was self-inflicted.
It's self-inflicted
is what I'm hearing, 'cause
anxiousness.
you had expectations and goal that you set for yourself that you felt like you fell short on.
Yes.
And so you disappointed yourself, basically.
I disappointed myself.
Over and over again. Versus you could have just been chilling, living your life, breathing the flowers, and you were just like, no, I got to get this bag. And it's like, girl, chill. No, you don't got to get the bag. Just live.
That part. And I felt like I did miss a lot of life.
And we take so much for granted, yo.
I was like, yo, that's crazy. You don't ever get to be young again. In the grand scheme of things, 30 is very young, okay? So I'm not even gonna but I'm just like looking that, like literally the other day I was at Target and I saw a group of like younger girls. Like maybe like high schoolers, and they're just hanging out at Target by like buttloads, like a group of 6 dudes and a group of 6 girls, and they're just flirting at Target. And I'm just like, dang, that was like us in high school. You know what I mean? It's just one of those, like, we will never ever be this young in our life again. Right. So sit back and smell the roses.
But I'm just thinking, like, we take a lot for granted, because I see like the things we have. I feel like everyone has their own, you know, struggles and growth and learning curves in life. But then the reality is that there's some people that have it really hard, and we just don't know. Like the fact that we could just walk and get ourselves to work, and like we're independent human beings. I feel like people take even that for granted. Like there's some people that don't have that, that they need assistance or this or that, or they're coming up short, they have disabilities, whatever the case may be. And it's like, that's things that we just don't even think about.
We don't think about.
Yeah, we don't think about.
Do you think about that on a regular though, or does that?
I do now.
Or do you? Or
I do now.
That was recent.
Yeah, now more that I'm an adult now. I think of it more now. And the fact that like I have both my parents and they're still alive and they're still married, but it's like you have your mom and she's still alive. We don't even think about the fact that some people lose their parents young, or just things like that, where I'm just like, dang, we are really blessed. Like, and I feel like that's what we have to kind of focus our energy on, instead of focusing on things that we haven't achieved yet. We should be focused on things that like, yo, we both have siblings, older brothers. They're both healthy. They're both thriving. Like that's a blessing in itself. You have a partner. I have a partner. Like everybody's doing great. Nobody's sick. So it's like, it's just little things like that where it's like, it's good to kind of reflect and have gratitude and take back and be like, yo, life is good. Like we have a roof overhead. We can still eat. Like we're drinking water. Like we can take showers. There's just so many things to be grateful for. But it does take, I think, getting to the age of 30 to look back and be like, well, yo, I do have a lot of things to be grateful for. You have a car, like you have a career at the end of the day, you're growing a baby inside your belly. Like there's just so much to be grateful for, so. Well,
you said, was this recent? You said now that you had the time.
Oh yeah.
Or did you, was this recent?
No, I think like the closer that I've gotten to 30. Well, now I'm 31, allegedly.
About to be 30.
I'm about to be 32. That's so crazy.
In like a month and a half.
But yeah, there comes a time, like the older you get, the more that you're just like, yo, all these things that I'm striving for, they don't mean anything. You got to think about the things that really do mean anything, which is like the love of your friends, the people that hold you down, the people that you can just call and be like, hey, I'm having a bad day, and they can give you, you can just shoot the breeze, basically. Like, I feel like those things are so meaningful.
Shoot the breeze?
Yeah, like shoot the breeze, like just have a conversation.
Is that a new saying?
It's an old saying.
Because I hear shoot the all the time, but that means like getting straight to the point.
Oh, I see. No, shoot the breeze,
shoot
like
the breeze.
having casual conversations.
I
yeah.
love that, yeah.
Yeah. And I've had that a lot with like, I'm just thinking about like Pat and stuff. With my old neighbor, I'm like, I could just go over there and have a conversation with her, and she's like 80 something years old, and it's just things like that where it's like you're not gonna get that at one point.
Like I feel like the older you get, at least for me too, it's like, what are you rushing for? Where are you running to?
That's true.
I feel like I sprinted my entire 20s. I was running to this invisible line.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's such a waste.
Because then I look back, I'm like, dang, what was I striving for? Why didn't I just enjoy myself? Why am I anxious all the time?
Yeah. That's like, it sucks that your time was kind of wasted in, caring about things that aren't important, I think,
Yeah, for sure.
That's and then we don't get that time back. But the good thing is that we're here now. We're in our 30s. We're still alive, and we can make this decade better than our last decade. I feel like the 20s was more about learning the fundamentals, and now we can apply that to like what we really want to get into, whether it's creative space or whatever career path you want to take. Like I feel like now is a time where it's like, yeah, we can make a mistake, but we can learn from it faster, instead of dwelling on it. We could just move on and be like, it's gonna be okay. Like at the end of the day, we still have our loved ones, we still have, like I said, food on our table, water to drink.
So you're grateful for the essentials, being grateful for the essentials.
Oh yeah. And you already know, like when it comes to me and Laura, this is a good topic to talk the fact that like we are complete opposites. Like when I tell you Laura loves shopping, I don't remember the last time I went shopping.
That's crazy.
I do not care for shopping.
I'm like, sometimes I wish I was more minimalistic.
Sometimes I am very
wish.
minimalistic. Like I probably have socks from high school that I still have in my rotation.
Like my mother.
And Laura, like my mother.
Literally, I went and bought socks at Target 3 weeks ago, maybe 2 weeks ago.
That's insane. Laura likes to have she tells me all the time, she's like, oh, I like to have a new wardrobe pickings, like for different seasons.
love it.
And I'm just like,
I love to feel refreshed.
I don't
She doesn't
I don't
care
know.
for it.
Yeah, I just don't care for it. And even when it comes to like gadgets and stuff, we're just having this conversation. Like she likes to have like the latest, you know, iPhone. If I was up to me, I would still have an iPhone 6 or 7. Unfortunately, you know, Apple doesn't support that anymore, but I just don't care for like material stuff. When it comes to like social media, I've told you a long time ago, I didn't get Instagram because during the time Instagram started getting popular, I was in college and I didn't want to be distracted. So I never, still to this day, I do not have Instagram. I just have Facebook. Laura, you're on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. Like you like all the things.
I like all of it because forever and ever, I just see. I've always loved it. Even before you got paid, I loved it. I feel like I've always had a camera in my hand. I've always been like the person that's like, eat up the camera. If you put that camera on me, I'm gonna eat it up. Like I literally, and then just to see people turn it into professions and careers, I'm like, oh my God, like there's people that are getting brand deals. That was literally the salary of someone's salary is their brand deal. I'm like, bro, you're telling me they made that in like a month where you have to spend a year getting that bag?
Right.
To me, I'm just like, bro, why wouldn't I capitalize on that? And now with the buddy, they trying to hear us chitter chatter. They trying to hear they're hungry, guys. I'm gonna put this on a brief pause. I'll start, but I want to just finish this right quick. But yeah, I'm like, why wouldn't I capitalize on something where I'm like, bro, you got 20 bands in like for making a little video? Like that's crazy. And we live in a day and age where it's like times have changed from the time our parents.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And I will say, I think it's reality has hit me a little bit harder than not. But I'm just like, I know the opportunities are there. I think it's a matter of like lining it up.
Yeah. I was just thinking, it's just crazy that we have been friends for so long, but we could not be more opposite as people and individuals. I think the only thing that we can really relate to is that we're both competitive people and we both love sports. But besides that, like I'm a super like introvert. I don't like making new friends. Laura loves, like, she's an extrovert. She likes making new friends. We even joke about the fact that, like, if I see somebody in public,
she'll throw herself off a cliff.
I'm literally, like, dodging. I do not want to. If you see me at Walmart, do not start a conversation with me because I do not care to. Laura's going to go out of her way to say hi to people. And I'm just like, I will literally, like, and it's not because I'm rude. I just don't like small talk.
You don't like small talk?
I don't like small talk. I really enjoy, like, deep talks, like, pick people's brains, things of that matter, things that really meaningful, like, you know, like why did you grow up like that, or why is your eye so small? Like I want to do something deep, like
oh my God.
Why you got three toes left? Like I want to do deep conversations. But Laura's super friendly, like she's super nice, everybody knows her, and I'm just like, I just don't care for that. I'm just like, I just want my close circle of friends. And
yeah, she has the same 3 friends, the same way she has the same 4 socks.
No, exactly. Yeah. I'm just
me, I'm like, I love it, you guys. You know, I just started this new barista job and I already made a handful of Gen X friends.
I love that.
I love that for me too.
Yeah,
I'm like, I love that. But they're all
keep you youthful.
They are really seasoned. I'm like, who raised y'all? What generation is y'all's parents? Y'all's parents ain't millennials, are they? Their parents are generation before us. This generation before us.
I have no idea.
It's not boomers. Boomers are a lot older.
I feel like millennials still kind of might be their parents.
But that would be us having 19-year-olds, girl. 23-year-olds. We're not having 23-year-olds. It would be the generation before us.
I think
they looked it up. But I was like, dang, they raised y'all well. Because the girls I work with are all like 19 to 23. And I can't feel the age gap. Yeah, sometimes, but not really.
Yeah.
They're so seasoned and so mature that I'm
girls
just like baffled.
are super mature,
I'm just like, was I that mature when I was your age?
I think so. I think girls are mature.
They're very mature. They're very like, oh my God, you're pregnant. I'll do that. Oh my gosh, you shouldn't do that. And they're like super mindful.
That's so mindful.
They're super mindful.
I love that.
And I'm just like, whoa.
Yeah.
Like you guys were raised really well. I think it's because I'm not around Gen Xers like that I'm just like I'm just mostly around my adult friends, and so to see that I'm just like, oh whoa, like y'all were raised really well. I think I'm so flabbergasted a little bit, but I'm gonna pause this because I think we're reaching the end of our. So basically, to wrap that up, Rocio is very much, but then they say opposites attract.
They do say opposites attract.
You know what's so funny is I feel like if I think about someone and they remind me of someone, I want them to be friends so bad. And then I realized like they don't click like that.
Yes, it
It's
can't
so
be
it's
out of
like when-
obligation. It has to be
yes,
natural.
It has to be natural. That's what I used to
Yeah.
always like. Be like, oh my god, I met this person and they remind me so much of you.
Yeah.
And then you would think they got along really well, but it's
They're
actually
enemies.
like they don't, because they're like similar.
They're too similar.
And so when they say opposites attract, that's literally a thing.
Yeah.
Because Ben is literally my opposite in so many ways too. And Kamal's literally your opposite in so many ways too.
Yeah, I think you and Kamal are more similar, as in you guys are more bubbly, which Kamal is my significant other. You're more bubbly and outgoing and super like people fills your cup just like it fills his cup. He's super social. He's nice, outgoing. He can talk to anybody. And I'm just like, I don't want to talk. I'm cool. And then me and Ben are similar like that. Like,
and you and Ben are so similar.
Me
it's
and Ben are
strange.
It cracks me up because I don't know, it couldn't have worked out any better, but we're big jokesters and we're SpongeBob fanatics, so we just click on so many levels. And Ben's Puerto Rican and I'm Dominican, and so it's like we collect culturally, you know, we collect on our jokes. Like we like to sit there and just banter, and yeah, it can go down a bad rabbit hole for us because we get to ragging, and
I was just literally that was my next word. I was like, y'all love to roast.
I know, but
roast folks.
We try to stay out of that. But we don't. But we do. But we don't.
Oh my god.
We try to be good people these days, especially now that we're older. But sometimes it gets to the point where it's just like.
So Rocio's Dominican.
Gotta roast.
I almost said New Yorican. What are they called? New York Dominicans.
The New York Dominicans. We don't really have a name. I know like Puerto Ricans
or New Yoricans.
Are New Yoricans, yeah, but
they didn't have one for Dominicans.
No.
New Yorkminicans?
New Yorkminicans. No, I
I
don't think it's a thing. But yeah, I was raised in Queens, New York City.
You came
my
here
parents
when you were 9?
are Dominican. I came here to Tulsa, Oklahoma when I was 9.
And has never claimed Tulsa.
And will never claim Tulsa because that's just... But you know me well enough to know that I don't move like an Okie. Like I'm very much East Coast. Like I'm very... like guarded and like kind of edgy and like I'm not super trustworthy.
Your personality, not even just because
that's true.
Feel like that's just your personality.
Yeah, and I'm very like blunt and outspoken, like very direct. So I feel like I'm not everybody's cup of tea, you know. But I feel like I've grown to adapt to Tulsa.
Yeah,
you know?
I feel like Tulsa is just I don't know. It's really about who you know in this city because it's not like it's much to do.
Yeah, it's chill.
I mean, it's chill and it's growing, but
yeah, it is growing. But I'm like
she keeps herself, y'all. So this is her debut. This is a groundhog, like coming out the groundhog. What is it that crazy. They come out like once a year or whatever?
The groundhog.
Yeah, is it the groundhog?
Yeah, the groundhog for Groundhog Day. Yes,
for Groundhog Day. Today's Groundhog Day for Rocio because you ain't gonna see her otherwise.
That is true. And I'm not someone that likes to be in the spotlight. Like, I don't really like taking pictures or being on video or anything like that.
So, the amount of eye rolls I've gotten.
Yeah. Laura's like, let me take a picture of this food. I'm like, can we just eat our food and
Rocio has always been very grounded and very analytical and very logical.
Yeah.
And I'm like head in outer space, just... Couldn't it be more opposite, like you said? But I feel like it works out because I was literally telling Ben the other day, like, there's so many things that are possible. Yes, you have to be logical, but then I also feel like in order to achieve your dreams, a part of you has to be Delulu. Like, I feel like you have to be analytical and Delulu.
Yeah,
logical
I
and
agree.
Delulu because it's like, bro, you're only gonna get as far as you believe you can.
You have to hold space for your creativity, hopes, and dreams because if you always think of it analytically, it's like I think there's like a ceiling that you reach, but if you're always like, oh, I can grasp and achieve more, then that's where it's like you can grow past that, where you've like reached the standard. You can grow past that as long as you have your hopes and dreams are still alive, you know?
Because if you do, and I guess growing up, you could say I always low-key high-key wanted to be famous, and to an extent I always felt like one day I'm gonna hold this mic and I'm gonna be giving like a big thank you. Like I've always listened, guys, this is literally like, you know, people like hold the Grammys or they're holding an award and they're like, I want to thank my so-and-so, and then they want to say just don't stop dreaming, don't stop believing
in yourself.
And it's just like, bro, I hang on to that. Like I genuinely feel like there's people that know innately inside of them what they're capable of and where God is taking them. And I feel like, I don't know, it's crazy. Like I can't even put like there's people that they just know they're destined.
So you already have a speech ready for...
I don't necessarily have a speech
Okay.
ready, but I used to always just like wanted to be in these spaces and these places.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's like, I don't know. Nowadays, I'm like, I don't care to be in big crowds and stuff like that. But I feel like a part of me has always loved the connection. I'm like, I wonder what the world is like out there. Obviously, they're regular people, guys. Like celebrities are regular people.
Right.
But they have a way. I feel like life on a day-to-day looks different for them. And the fact that like they're mostly doing PR or they're working on their brand or they're getting to be creative. Of course, they're still like very much the business side where it's like day in and day out grind. But I don't know. I feel like everybody, I don't know. I've always, like I was telling her a second ago, like I'm very fascinated by careers. I'm very fascinated by what people do for a living. And one thing that I have been kind of like, since being pregnant, I've been reevaluating my whole life essentially. And they said that pregnancy brings you clarity.
Oh, really?
And I have never heard that up until recently. And I'm like, is that true? Because I have really been thinking about my whole life.
I wonder if it's because there's a big responsibility that's coming and you know that it lands on you, essentially you and your husband. And so I wonder if that's what brings you to clarity, because it's like, oh, now I'm in, we've been adults for a while, but I feel like whenever you're a parent, that's like the ultimate form of adulthood. Like now you're responsible of another human being, and that, I mean, it doesn't get as adult as that, you know? You have to keep this other human being alive. So I feel like maybe that adds pressure to like, oh, I need to have it all together. But you really don't have to. You can grow with your baby. You know what I'm saying? You're going to make mistakes and you just learn from it. You're never going to be a perfect version of yourself, but you can always strive to be a better version of yourself every day.
I think that's what it is. Because I heard recently, they said, what is it like becoming parents? They said, if you're ready to become the best version of you, the better version of you, you're ready to morph into someone more than who you already are, that's parenthood. And I can see that. And I was like, because it does require you to think less of yourself or like care. I think it is like, because naturally I'm always thinking like about myself. They say naturally by nature we're more selfish. And I can see that, especially with myself. I understand. But it's like when you're a parent, it's like they're the forefront, you know? And I mean, of course, when they're little, it's like their every move depends on you, but you're also setting the standard.
You're an example.
You're going to be the standard. So it's like, I've heard this before. It's like, if your kids, you could tell your kids chase your dreams, but if you're not out here living your dreams, you're not setting that example. Yeah. So I think that's what it is. And I don't think like, I don't know. I feel like my mind has changed a lot. Like even with this podcast, guys, how I was telling you, like I wanted this to be a weekly thing. I realized like I was getting a lot of anxiety putting this pressure on myself to just put a video out a week for the sake of putting a video out a week rather than having something to bring to the table and to say. Because I'm not going to sit here and say like, oh, I can bring you a video every week. But I'm like, I want to bring something that's valuable, that's worth listening to.
It has quality. Not just...
I'm like, I would rather do less. Like less with more quality than just to say, hi, I'm here, guys. You know what I mean?
Say,
like,
and bring nothing.
Yeah. Like, I don't want, like, I just realized that. Like, I don't want to be sitting here yapping. Like, for what? You know what I mean? But that's just where I've been. I feel like I've been reevaluating, like, what is worth my time? What is giving me anxiety? What is making me anxious? What is bringing me peace? What is it that I want in this season of my life, you know?
Right.
And that's where I've been. I feel like a lot of things really aren't that important. You realize like, dang, like when I was in my 20s, I took a lot of things to the chest. And now I'm just learning to live life lightly and enjoy it. Like enjoy life. Yeah. Rocio will be like, unless you Jesus Christ.
Right.
I've always been a fangirl, and Rocio's always been like, girl, unless they Jesus Christ. I can't
stand that. That is such, I'm glad you brought that up, because I cannot stand when people like fan flock over another human being. And I'm glad you said unless they're Jesus Christ, because that is something I always say. Unless you're Jesus Christ, my Lord and Savior, I don't care. You just another person to me.
You just another person. That is true, though. I feel like I used to be like a fangirl hard. Like when it came to anybody and anything, I used to be a fan girl.
I admire
don't get me wrong. I still admire artists.
I admire
like
artists.
If I see an artist and I'm like, oh my God, like I'm still gonna fangirl.
That's where I draw the line. I'm just like, I think I can appreciate someone's work of art, where it's like music, art, you know, whatever type of creativity, athletic. But I just can't go out of my way to be like, oh my God, god, like, can I get your autograph? Or
No.
I
think
can't.
it's a matter of how they touch your soul. Because even for guys, like for them, it's like athletes. Like for guys, it's LeBron James. For guys, it's like, you know what I mean? It's what is the baseball Japanese guy?
Oh yes, I forgot his name.
Oh my gosh, I
can't.
But I'm just trying to think of another
Dodgers
sport. Yes, but
guy.
he's amazing. Like for guys, it's like, bro, when they see their like dream athlete, it's like fanboy moment, hardcore. And I feel like, I feel like there's like that where there's nothing to do, and so all we do is gossip about celebrities. But then I also feel like there's this like, oh my god, there's this adoration that you're like, oh my god, that is so cool. You're literally like the best basketball player in the world. Like, or
like,
oh
you're
my
the
gosh,
top
you're
1%.
Yeah, you're like literally living this dream that so many people hope for. But like you said, it's 1%. So you're meeting this person that is essentially quote unquote a rare breed. But not that we're all not rare, but it's like, bro, there's people that are just gifted in different arenas.
We forget that those people fall short of the glory as well. Like, they have flaws and they have bad days, stuff like that. And that's where I'm just like, you know, at the end of the day, they're still human, you know, they don't amount to God. And so that's where I keep that separation, where it's like,
no, for sure.
Well, they're gonna bleed out, or someone come up to and shoot them, and then they're gonna be gone. Just like
they're just like us,
me.
though.
Yeah,
we
just
all
like
bleed
us.
red.
It's just that they're in a different tax bracket. That's the main difference.
That's the main difference.
Yeah,
they're in a tax bracket and they live a different lifestyle. And I think that's what it is. Why I was always like, these people, like, I think it is like the lifestyle. Ultimately, it's like it's not because they're just celebrities or this and that. It's like they are in a different tax bracket. Their day to day looks different. The cars they drive, the house they live in, the circles they run, it is different than your everyday average individual.
American middle class worker. And it looks like they've bought their freedom, but at the end of the day, they still have to work hard. Like, those athletes, they're always having to go to practice. They're having to watch what they eat. Like, they have a nutritionist. So it's like they still have work to do. It just looks differently than ours every day. Yeah. But I was going to say, I'm glad that we're talking about this because it kind of hits on our differences and likeness. What I was going to say, what I feel like the similarities that we do carry is that we both have older brothers. And I always think about this with me and Laura because I'm just like, I feel like something about us having an older brother shaped us into being more tough girls. Because I feel like we're not super like sassy.
We're not.
We're not like super.
I feel like we're low maintenance girls.
We're low maintenance girls, but I don't feel like we're super like I don't know how to explain it, but we're not super girly girl. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like we're more like, kind of relaxed, but we're super competitive because we both have older brothers that tried us, and then we tried to basically put them in a chokehold, and it never worked out for us, basically. But something about that, I feel like it's similar because I see that similarity in both of us, where it's like, we kind of are like more
similar,
like
and we
similar.
both only have one sibling too.
We both
have that one brother.
Yeah,
and it's so funny because our brothers are alike in the fact that they're both hella laid back.
Mm-hmm.
Our brothers are almost like hipster gypsies.
They really are.
And I noticed that they both love fishing, and they love MMA.
Yes,
they're just like really similar
Athletic.
in that way. And and then they were like, we're responsible. What
we had to be the responsible
the daughters.
Yeah,
that's so funny because we've had this conversation before.
Mm-hmm. That's what happens though when it comes to minorities. I don't know, like I
feel like the girls take on the responsibilities.
Absolutely, especially with Hispanic culture. Like always when there's a daughter, it's always the responsibilities always fall on the daughter to take care of their parents. So I don't know if it's similar with the Vietnamese.
No, I think it just depends. I think it's just like, obviously, like my mom's strong-willed. She's like, if I spoke English, I would need your help, and I believe it. I believe it, y'all. My mom, I grew up. I kind of like.
That's a lie.
No, growing up, my mom was very strong-willed. If that woman needed to get something done, she would. And I think that is one thing that sets us apart is the language barrier.
Yeah.
And I think that even speaking English, I feel like that goes in the thanking God or whatever. It's crazy how a language and living in a certain country can bring you different opportunities.
But she can get by.
No, my mom can definitely get by.
Because that's how my mom, she kind of gets by a little bit, but I mean, she doesn't know English that well. But I was gonna say, to that point, my dad knows English, and I feel like he could get scammed. So you still have to look out for your parents. Like, I feel like unfortunately our parents are gullible because they're from a different generation.
Yeah.
Like, our parents were on the same age.
My mom literally would be like, use cash so they don't freaking scam you.
Yeah, we at the end of the day,
literally the other.
yeah, we have to still watch out for our parents because I feel like they could
they could get played.
They could get played.
In this day and age, girl.
Yes.
I almost got scammed, even though I was like,
with calls and fraud and emails and like
my
even
mom's literally always freaking out about that. Like, don't this, don't that. I'm like, Mom, I know.
Mail in the mail, like like the U.S.
physical mail that like says it's like
something that's important or something, and it's not. Yeah,
and it could freak you out a little bit.
They can fall for those things. So it's like that's where us, the younger generation, kind of come into clutch, because it's like we can be like, hey, that's not true.
Yeah, so. My mom's like still does a hard mail, still writes check, still drops off payments. I'm like, Mom, log on to the app and pay the bills.
No, my parents are similar. They literally they'll be like, oh, I have to go pay this bill at Resource. I'm like,
bruh,
pay it online
to save your gas, save your time. I literally be getting my mom, she be getting on my nerves. I'm like, Mom, let me create you an app. Like, I don't know how to use that. I'm like, Mom, I got you. Literally, like all my electric bills, writing checks. I'm like, bro, you literally can get on the app and pay that in 0.2 seconds. But I'd be like telling my mom, but she's so old school, guys, and we can't even blame our parents. Because
you have to walk them through logging in, setting up the logins too, though.
Yeah,
so that's where we come in as well, because then they forget their passwords and they're like, what's my password again?
It has to be like a 4-digit code, but the thing about passwords for those things is it has to be like 6 letters, capitalized, lowercase, special character.
But that's what I'm saying. That's more responsibility for us, the responsible siblings, because now we're having to keep track of our own passwords, and then your parents' passwords as well. It's just too much. It's too much.
Oh my gosh, girl.
But now you're going to have your own responsibility. So
yeah,
that's going to be interesting.
Like, anything else for the folks today? I know, I feel like we were kind of like, we kind of gave you guys a little rundown. Like, I feel like this was definitely not a one track, but that's conversation though. Natural conversation isn't one tracked. I feel like it's just kind of all over the place. It's whatever. It's like banter. It's what's on your heart, what's on your mind, what's going on with you. Anything you want to share with the people today, Ro?
No, I think I'm good. I'm glad we were able to shoot the podcast, because I wasn't sure we were going to get around to it. And I think I'm more worried about like your, cycle of birth than you are yourself. So I'm just trying to keep track of, oh my
Rocio
God,
literally was
Laura, she's going to give birth here in like 3 weeks. And Laura's like, no, I have plenty of time. I'm like, no, you don't have that much time
literally
left.
Guys, I just started feeling pregnant a couple weeks ago.
Insane.
That might sound crazy, but literally I didn't have any sense of urgency until I started getting kicked in the ribs.
And this is how you can tell our differences, because Laura's so laid back. She's just like, oh, I'm going to take it a day at a time. And I'm just like, do you have everything together? Because
I know. I've been ordering Amazon stuff these last few days, guys. Literally diapers, a little soft light. I need to get some house slippers, a cute set of PJs.
Are you worried about like what it's going to be like when it comes to your friendships after you have baby, or you kind
really?
You kind of feel like you have good friends?
I actually thought about this too, and I was like, the reason I feel like you and I and Kel, I have a couple of really best like close friends, and the reason why I feel like we get along, at least the reason I feel close to a lot of my friends, is because we are low maintenance friends.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
I like that. I feel like I'm not gonna get mad at you because your life got busy.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna hold that against you. It's like when I see you, just know it's all love, regardless of whether it's like, I'm like, I get it, bro. You're married, you have work, you have a spouse. Some days I come home, I'm like, my house is messy. I got businesses I'm trying to build. I got like literally sometimes I'm like, I may not be the best friend. Like, okay, listen, I may not be the bestest friend to whoever, but I'm just like, I can't have friends that are gonna get mad at me because I don't have the bandwidth.
Yeah, no,
and I feel like that's why I get along with my like the friends that I do have. I feel like because of that very reason, like you guys don't get mad at me or like, and I feel like as it should, but I feel like I get it. Like it's a two-way street and some people don't come around, and that's a whole different thing. But I feel like like we have a low maintenance friendship, and that's what I personally enjoy. Like, it's all love. Like when we get together, we're literally just eating and catching up.
Yes,
like,
we are.
It's literally like not that big a deal. And I think it's just the companionship at the end of the day. It's like, we're here to just accompany each other. It's not, I guess it's not like a transactional or business relationship or networking. It's like, it's literally like for pure companionship.
And it's not out of obligation either. Yeah. And I think that's what it makes it so like, worthwhile, it's because I know that if I ever need a Laura with a drop of a drop of a dime, she's gonna be there. If I'm like, yo, Laura, something's come up, like I need you here, blah blah blah, she gonna find a way to make it there. Like, and vice versa. I feel like if you ever needed me for something, you could be like, yo, bro, I need you. Well, I'll be like, girl, say less, I'm gonna pull up. What you need? A knife? Like what? Like what you need? Because I got boxing gear. Like I'm gonna show up for sure. So
literally, I think that is one of the things I admire most about you too. Is like Rocio is very like, if you need her, like on a, like exactly, like I call you, I need you, I know she's gonna show up.
Yeah,
it's like having that friend that you know you can count on. You know what I mean? That's big too. It's like, I'm not big on flaky people, I'm not gonna lie. That's and then I try not to be a flaky person myself, but it's like, I feel like through the ages, they say people whose friendship lasts more than a decade you can call a lifetime friend. Now we're just sitting there like, dang, we're going on 16 years.
Yeah, that's
crazy. But yeah, like we will. And then Rocio has come through for me time and time and time, and God knows I'm grateful for you, girl. And it's just like we have so much that we have shared, so many seasons we've walked through together. Just seeing, I feel like even just who we are as a people, we are so much more mature than we are in high school.
Right.
Like, I'm like, dang, one day I just had a moment where I'm like, dang, my friend and I are getting older together. It's crazy because I'm like, yes, now we're in our 30s, but imagine when we're in our 40s, 50s, and 60s, if God willing we live to see that day.
Yeah, I was gonna say, whenever you said that, I just thought about the fact that there's so much more to come. Like, we're just getting into the nitty gritty of it, but there's so much more life to come. Like, now you have a baby that's coming, and now I get to see your baby, grow up and see what they're gonna be like, and it's exciting times.
I know it is crazy, girl, because I'm like, even though I am pregnant, sometimes it doesn't feel real until I'm getting kicked. I'm not going to lie, guys. Sometimes they're like, what is pregnancy like? And listen, it's different for everybody, but I, by the grace of God, have had such a great, smooth pregnancy. And I'm praying to God that I'm trusting him in the delivery as well, because that was always my big thing. I was never really like, I feel like I'm not really worried about everything else. I feel like it's going to come. But my biggest fear has always been giving birth.
Yeah.
I'm just like, that's such a like physically demanding, spiritually, supernaturally, just like it's different, bro. The fact that you're growing a human and you're bringing them into this world, and then you will be responsible for them. I think that's just like crazy.
It's just crazy to see you in this season of life, because people around you have waited so long for you to be pregnant, and now I don't have to hear anymore about you getting pregnant because you're pregnant now. So it's like, leave Laura alone. But people were on her neck, you guys. They were on her neck about having a child,
having
and
children.
She took her time.
Literally,
she said 2 years every year. Every year she would say 2 years, and now it's been
2 more years, 2 more years.
Yes, now it's been 7 years, right?
I genuinely thought I wanted kids by 28.
Yeah.
But then when I got to 28, I was like, I don't feel ready.
She said 2 more years.
2 more years. And then by the time I was 30, I still didn't feel ready.
Yes.
And then by the time I was 31, God was like, walla bing, walla boob.
Yeah. I'm just glad it happened.
Otis, shut the heck up, boy.
I'm glad it just happened naturally and out of surprise, and now it's here. Now we don't have to stress about it anymore.
That part.
Because now you're already you're 95% basically done
95%
with
cooking.
Pregnancy. Yeah.
And I need to drink my water, and I feel bad. I'm like, y'all haven't even drank no water.
I'm done.
I need to drink some water. I literally. But that is true. They'd be like, don't wait till I'm old. And, it's crazy because sometimes I think about it because I'm like, dang, our parents are getting older. Like, my mom is getting older. His mom is getting older. And it's like, it is true. And I used to always be the one that, like, would always try to push time. But I'm like, time is constantly moving. And I'm kind of glad. I think it's not that I'm glad it's happening now, but I am glad it's happening now. And, like, it's true. It's like, man, I can't imagine trying to, like, I literally see people who have tried to, this lady I was working with said that she tried for 7 years.
Wow.
And I'm just like, man, I can't even imagine being in those shoes. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so I'm just like, it just worked out the way it was meant to.
Yeah, and you enjoyed your marriage. You got to know your spouse, and you guys have done things together, and so I'm glad that you guys had the time, to yourself. And you're still young, so it's like, I think it just came at the perfect age. It wasn't maybe when you planned it, because you would have, if I think it was for you, we would have waited maybe another couple years. But I'm just glad, it happened, and now
Oh,
we're
shoot.
here.
But yes, guys. So thank you so much for joining us today. I would say get Rocio on social media, but it don't work that way.
Do not follow me.
I'm not. Do not follow her. She's not on anything. I'm just kidding. She's
I'm on
private.
something. If you know, you know. If you're not
No,
friends with me, then you just not friends with
just
me.
remember, like she says, she don't care for social media. So
Right.
you're getting a special debut today, you guys. It's just so funny because I'm so used to like watching other podcasts, and it's like influencers plugging in other influencers. If you want to buy their book, if you want to like support them on this or that, then you can follow them here. I'm so used to like, yeah, she's not selling anything, guys.
I'm not selling.
She's
I'm just here to put in
time.
my 2 cents. Yeah.
Yeah, that's so funny. But guys, thank you so much for tuning in today. Make sure you subscribe. I'm going to link my baby registry down there if you want to bless your girl with some,
Do it.
Uber Eats or, a box of diapers or something.
She needs it.
Yeah. And anything else that you want to close out on, guys? My battery's literally about to drop dead. But any closing thoughts?
No, I'm just glad we did this, and we got
so
this under wraps.
We finally got an episode under our belt.
It's exciting.
Let's go. Have
Bye,
a great day, guys. We'll see you
everyone.
on the next video, whenever that is.
Deuces.